Now, the next problem is a mirror of 30 mm by 40 mm is inclined to the wall such that its front view is a square of 30 mm side. The longer side of the mirror appear perpendicular to both HP and VP. Find the inclination of the mirror with the wall. So this can be read as a mirror. The dimension, if you look at it, is 30 mm by 40 mm. So it becomes a rectangle. Is inclined to the wall. Wall means always it is the vertical plane. Is the wall means always the vertical plane. The ground is nothing but the horizontal plane. Such that its front view is a square of 30 mm side. So since he has given the front view is a square of 30 mm side, so we have to start the problem from the front view. Then he says the longer side of the mirror appear perpendicular to both HP and VP. Find the inclination of the mirror with the wall. The first condition is a 30 mm by 40 mm rectangle. So we are considering a 30 mm by 40 mm rectangle is inclined to the wall, so is inclined to VP. So since it is inclined to VP, so we will going to make it parallel to VP first. So here we have assumed some distance from vertical plane, and then we have constructed a mirror, so a rectangle of 30 mm by 40 mm. So here this rectangle of 30 mm by 40 mm is parallel to VP. It is parallel, that is point A, B, C, D all are equidistant from the vertical plane. We can see here in the 3D. So it is parallel to VP and it is perpendicular to HP. Since it is perpendicular to HP, so you are getting a line here in the top view. So this surface, this entire surface ABCD is perpendicular to HP. So in HP you are getting a line. So if you say the 2D analysis, so you look from the front view, you get a rectangle of 30 mm by 40 mm, and here since it is perpendicular to HP, so you are getting a line in HP. So you are looking from the top view. When you look from the top view, capital A and B are near to the observer, so AB is visible, and C and D is away from the observer, so it becomes invisible. And here we are assuming the distance with respect to VP and also with respect to HP, above HP by some distance, and we are taking in front of VP by some distance. This assumption can be done. Because he has not given whether the mirror is resting on HP or resting on VP. So since he has not given any condition, so we have to take the distance above HP and also in front of VP. We can assume any distance. He is inclined to the wall, so that means it is VP, such that its front view is a square of 30 mm side. So here the inclination of the surface inclination with respect to VP is not given, but he has given the front view. So normally what they give is they give the inclination, then for that we have to write the front view. But here he has not given the inclination, but he has given the front view. So that means when the surface which is of 30 mm by 40 mm rectangle, when it is rotated to VP such that till it becomes a square of 30 mm side. So that means here the rectangle of 30 mm by 40 mm is inclined to the wall, such that its front view becomes a square. So what you have to do? You have to do is first you have to construct a square of 30 mm side. Then you rotate the surface by some inclination such that with respect to VP here, such that 40 mm will going to become 30 mm. So that the 40 mm A dash B dash which has 40 mm here will become 30 mm here. So the length of this will going to remain the same, which will not going to be changed. So what you have to do is first we have to construct a square of 30 mm side in the front view. Then project A dash and D dash onto AD here to get this point. Then project the vertical projector from B dash and C dash to the top view. Then measure the length from A to B by using the compass. You take this point as A. Then you cut an arc on this end projector and then complete this. Then write BC here. So then you join this. So this length of this will going to be equal to the length of this. So this angle will be phi, which is inclined to the wall, such that its front view becomes a square. So here the projection you can see, we are projected from the front view towards the top view. And first we are constructed this 30 by 30 mm square here on the same line. Then you project this to get the top view. So this is the surface inclination what you will go to get with respect to the vertical plane. But still the surface, even though the surface is inclined to VP, but the surface still perpendicular to HP. So in HP you are getting a line here. Then he says the longer side of the mirror appear perpendicular to both HP and VP. Find the inclination of the mirror with the wall. So the longer side of the mirror means what? The longer side of the mirror means A dash, B dash or CD. So here in this position, the longer side of the mirror, which is AB is inclined to VP here, and CD, which is also inclined to VP, appears perpendicular to both HP and VP. So what does it mean? Suppose if the line has to be, because the longer side means nothing but it is a line. If the line has to be perpendicular to HP, then obviously that line has to be parallel to VP. That is from the projections of lines. Similarly, if the line has to be perpendicular to VP, then it has to be a parallel to HP. In the sense that if the line is perpendicular to HP, then in the front view you get a vertical line, and in the top view you must get a point. Similarly, if the line is perpendicular to VP, in the front view, in the top view you should get a line, in the front view you must get a point. If you see here, the longer side of the mirror, which is the longer side, which is A dash B dash, is A dash B dash is here, which is 30 mm, which is here, which is perpendicular to HP. And if you see the corresponding top view also has got a vertical line. So that means it is inclined to both HP and VP, but parallel to profile plane. How do I know that? You can see in your the three-dimensional sketch. Here AB is the longer side of the mirror, which is inclined to HP and also inclined to VP. When AB is projected onto vertical plane, you will going to get A dash B dash, which is a vertical line, and when it is projected onto the top view, again you will going to get the point AB. When this HP is rotated by 90 degrees, again A dash B dash and AB will going to be on the same line. So you will going to get it like this. But actually what happens when you look from the profile view, that is when you look from the side view, that capital AB is inclined to HP and also inclined to VP. Since it is actually inclined to HP, both HP and VP, that is the reason why you are getting a vertical line in the front view and also vertical line in the top view. So that is the reason why he says it appears perpendicular to both HP and VP. That means it is looking like perpendicular to both HP and VP, but it is not actually perpendicular, but is inclined. That inclination which you can see only when you look from the side view. This is the from 3D analysis you can see that a line capital AB, which is the longer side of the mirror, is appearing perpendicular to both HP and also to VP. So find the inclination of the mirror with the wall. The mirror with the wall will be 41.41 degree when you do it in CAD, but when you do it manually it will be 41 degrees. So this is the final analysis how we can do in the two-dimensional analysis is. So a mirror of 40 mm by 30 mm, a mirror is nothing but it is a rectangle, is inclined to wall, that is it is inclined to VP, such that the front view becomes a square of 30 mm side. Then the longer side appears perpendicular to both HP and VP means you rewrite this sketch, which is the second sketch here, by rotating by 90 degree either clockwise or anti-clockwise. In this case, I have rotated anti-clockwise. Here you can see A dash which was here, A dash will come here, the B dash it was here will come here, then C dash it will come here, and the D dash will come here. Then you project the corresponding top view to get AB, BC, CD and DA. When you look the longer side, A dash B dash is appear perpendicular to HP and also perpendicular to VP. So this is how I can assess that my problem is right.